I also have the great pleasure of introducing one of my heroes, Christina Fasser from Retina International, who's going to come up and talk to you a little bit more. Yes, take a left. And I'm going to have to adjust the microphone for you. It's right up here in front of you. Okay. You and I are different heights, though.
Yes, very much.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Mark. I didn't know that I was a hero. Now I learned something new today. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I feel very honored and privileged to give one of the introductory talks at this Usher Syndrome Conference. I thank very much the doctors Kerstin and Uwe Wolfram for having invited me and the organizing committee to speak to you on behalf of Retina International. Retina International is an umbrella organization of 43 organizations, patient-led organizations that promote research into retinal degenerative diseases such as retinitis pigmentosa, Usher syndrome, macular degeneration, and similar conditions. As well, and I think that's one of the most important things, to foster mutual support of each other affected by one of these diseases. As Mark said, first, we have to live today. We have a wonderful future to come, but today is the day we have to enjoy. And having retinitis pigmentosa myself, I'm blind in the meantime of it, but one of the biggest support in my life were my role models with retinitis pigmentosa and all my international friends within of Retina International community. And I think that's one of the biggest pleasure for working for Retina International is that you meet friends that you would never have met otherwise. So I met very long time ago already Sebastian Klaas, and Usher people here, very important for the organization. Of course also Dr. Reinhard von Gischitzky, who was one of my peers in the very beginning up to the late age of today. And I think just learning from each other, it's the best thing that life gives you with Usher syndrome or retinitis pigmentosa. Now just coming back now to what are we doing at present? What are we concerned? Retina International's objective is to make sure that every patient with retinal degenerative disease gets the last information about ongoing research and information that is validated. To make sure that patients know what is important and what is quack. When we are affected with a degenerative disease, for that at present no cure is available, then a lot of quacks show up. And we see that, for instance, at present in the stem cell area, where FDA just has issued a very clear warning letter. Stem cell research is an interesting research. It's already done in some human clinical trials, which show first very positive results. However, this is very first results. Every stem cell treatment offered economically, where you have to pay for it, is trash and might be even very dangerous for you. And I think these are the kind of messages we have to give. On the other hand, Retina International and its member organizations, they represent more than 1.6 million people affected with retinal degenerative diseases, and that's a huge amount. Compared, once again, to the overall estimation of people with retinal degenerative diseases, it's about 10%. But 10% is a big number which can change the world. And how can we do that? The first gene therapy has been approved last December in the United States by FDA, and very luckily it has also been very quickly reimbursed by the health insurance. We do hope that in Europe, EMA will issue a positive opinion within the next weeks or days. We don't know really, and hopefully will register it by end of the year. And then we will meet the cultural difference. Europe is divided in 26 countries, and within the EU, the authority to decide what is reimbursed or not reimbursed stays with the national, with the countries, member countries itself. That means discussions have to be done in 26 countries to get it reimbursed. To do this, we will need a lot of lobbying, and we will need the patients and also you in Usher syndrome to go out. Because in Usher syndrome, at the moment, we have 3 clinical trials ongoing, among them also a gene therapy trial. If they should be successful, then it's also your concern whether it's reimbursed or not. And therefore, it's so important that we all tell the insurers why it's important that a treatment or a gene therapy is paid for the patients, and that we do access. Access to therapy is a human right. All European countries and a lot of other countries have signed the United Nations declarations for the right for people with disabilities. In Article 5 of this declaration, it is stated that each person with a disability has the right to access treatments that lower the burden of our disease. And that means we don't need cure, 100% vision. I think it would be wonderful if we get a treatment that is slowing down the progression of the disease or preservation of the disease. And for this, Retina International has also taken up the cultural difference between Europe and other outside US countries and FDA. In our countries, the health payers are asking, what's the extra value for the patient? What is really important for us? And there we need the help of all of you. I'm a person that has lost vision completely, and I do know how helpful it was when I only had light perception and could direct myself toward a window or follow something, or even when I had a very small visual field that allowed me to read print. For health buyers, sometimes this is no different. So we patients, and we are the experts, and you with Usher syndromes, you are the experts too, to tell the payers what is important to you, how good it is to see a little bit better in nighttime, how good it is to have even a small visual field preserved, and how it helps you for social integration and to stay in the labor market. Economists always want figures, and of course, staying in the working place means we are there integrated in our social lives. Please stand up. We as patients, we are taxpayers. We have the right of complete inclusion into society, and we just have to call for it. We don't beg for it. And on the other hand, take your most important strengths. You as a patient, you as a parent, you as a sister or a brother or an uncle or a nephew of a person affected with Usher syndrome, you know what it means to live with Usher syndrome. Go out and tell the people that it is not a lost case, that we have lives that are worth to live from day to day, and that we are part of the society. We are ready to give our part, and we wish and we ask for our integration. And just start to be the expert today. Learn from each other and also share just laughter and fun, because that's also important in lifetime. I wish you a wonderful conference, a lot of new persons to meet, and perhaps some new friendships for lifetime. Good luck to all of you.
So thank you, Christina. That was wonderful, as always.